Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel if you've been here before. I know it's been a while since I filmed a video, but we're not really gonna get into that today. We're gonna talk about video games you should buy on Steam because it's still the winter sale, and I know Christmas just ended, but y'all gotta treat yourselves. The first game we're talking about is actually a series of games, and the first game in the series is Monster Prom.
All right, let's see here. Online multiplayer dating simulator with monsters. Okay.
You ever watch Monster High when you were a kid? If you like Monster High, like this is Monster High on drugs, like quite literally. There's the main game and there's a DLC with like second term and there's more characters there, but it's basically about getting a date to prom, and the main people you can date are Damien. He's like a demon. Stan, Baez, like, please Damien, make me your wife, take me to hell. I can't. Then there's Scott. He's like a werewolf guy and he's part of the football team, of course, and he's not the brightest bulb in the box, but we love him. He's the best boy. And then there's Polly. She's a ghost and you don't know how she died. She always says different ways of how she died. Actually, there is a secret ending where you find out how she really died, and I did get it because there is so many endings and they had a lot of updates for this game where they added free stuff and free endings, and there's a few endings that for you to get them you have to see like every other ending in the game. Like, what do you mean? What do you mean? The only ending I'm missing in the normal game is a secret ending that you get from this randomized item. So Polly, her, and Scott, they're the prank masters. There's also a prank masters ending.
Because we're the prank masters.
With a Z!
In the original game, and then in the third game, Monster Road Trip, it's just a road trip with Scott and Polly, and like, you can choose the destinations. It's just the characters and the stories, like they do develop. Like it does pay off to like know the lore. Then we have Liam, he's a vampire, and like he's like a hipster type of bro, very like creative, and is always taking pictures for Instagram. He does have one of my favorite endings in the original game. And there's Miranda Mirror. She's a princess and she's like a fish person. Fish folk? There's a name for it, I forget. It is a really funny like satire type of character. The game is a pretty like big satire on like dating games. I still think it's like something that represents the genre really well. The last romanceable character in Monster Prom is Vera, and Vera's like a Medusa type of character. Like she has the snakes on her head, cutthroat businesswoman. She's always trying to like do bad corporate things to people. There's a lot of like really fun mechanics, especially like, with friends. I've played it so much. So if you guys enjoy playing Jackbox and stuff like that with your friends, this is a good game to add there. But I will warn, like, there is some sensitive topics discussed in this game. All the games are on sale right now. Monster Prom 75% off right now. It's like $3, and the DLC I think is also around the same price. So that's why I'm really recommending it for you guys. If you like anything I said, it's also very LGBTQ plus inclusive. The next game I want to recommend is I Was a Teenage Exocolonist. That sounds so complicated, but this is one of my favorite games. I'm pretty sure you can choose what gender you are in it as well. And you start like as a little kid. This whole generation, I think, of people were raised in like this spaceship, and they finally land on this new planet and like they're settling there. That's like the beginning of the game, and it's you going through like since being a little kid to like growing up in this like planet that you're like colonizing. There's like also different stats you can raise, and there's like a lot of like really cool things. Like there's cards you have to collect, and with those cards you usually have to get combos like to a certain number. It depends on the difficulty of the task, but if you get to the number goal, then you pass the task and you get like the rewards. And there's this huge thing that adds replayability value, but it's kind of, I don't know if it's a spoiler or not because it might be in like the trailer for it, but I don't want to tell people. I think I went into it without knowing that this was a plot point in the game, and I think it's really cool. And there's also like a bunch of different like romanceable characters in this one, but I honestly I can't remember them as well. It's like Monster Prom is too iconic because you replay it. It's a really short game. This is like a longer game because it's like a lot of years. Everyone has like enhancements, like technological enhancements, and they have like this like kind of superpower from it. You can choose what like your personal superpower that you have is. Depending on what characters you want to end up with or become friends with, you'll have to like do different stats. So I was really into this. That's his name, okay. That's not his full name actually. He tells you if you like get close enough to him, he's like, this is my real name. And he's a twin, actually. His sister is called Tangent. And yeah, I mean a math tangent, not like the tangents I go on in my videos. But there's also this other like deeper plot line of these like alien people that were inhabiting the planet before. So if you get it before the sale ends, which is January 4th of 2024, I can't believe it's gonna be 2024, guys. But if you get it before then, it's only $21. It's like $33 originally, but like still, like this is a really, really good game. The new game plus type of thing for this. So there's a lot of things that if you do on your first playthrough or second or third, whatever, that then you don't really need to like be doing all the same work again. So this next game, it just came out this year and I had it on my wish list for like a long time, like before release, like waiting for it to come out, and it's called Slay the Princess. Ah, I can't even, like, this game is so good. You have,
But she's a princess. We're supposed to save her. You're supposed to slay her.
I don't know, try and figure out what's going on. There's a narrator telling you to slay the princess, and depending on what you do to the princess, well, there's different endings. I don't even want to explain too much of this game because it's like, you should find out for yourself. Like, it's a really graphic game. This one, I will literally warn you guys, like, there's gore. And like the art to me is really beautiful. All these games I think have really beautiful art. I'm like, that's one thing I was in for. Like, good art in a game will really make me overlook some things. No, but I also, if a game has really bad art, I won't play it. I mean, I am like downhearted a simp for the princess because I don't hurt women. I don't stab women. I don't slay women unless you're talking about slaying that. No, we're not finishing that joke. But you guys know what I was gonna say. And so this would be considered more for like a horror visual novel. So Slay the Princess only came out in October, so this still isn't that great. It's only 10% off. It's $21, but it's like around the same as Exocolonist. I do think Exocolonist has way more content, but the art and like the animations that are in Slay the Princess, it has a higher production value. They're gonna be releasing the pristine cut in 2024, which is not going to be like paid or anything. It's just a free update basically to the game, or free DLC. I'm not sure if it's a free update or free DLC. Either way, like they're going to be adding more princesses. They're going to add more endings and more like expand some of the stories that are already there. So I'm like super excited for that because I literally played like 100% of this game in like 2 or 3 days. I was like so excited for it. And like the achievements, there's a lot of them, like 97, because even without like trying to get achievements, you can get a lot just by playing the game. I have one more game to recommend you guys, Bat and Theater. Oh my god, I love the theme song for this. It's like on my top 50 most played. So if you've ever played Slay the Princess before, you would really like this game. It's very similar type of dynamics. This game is not as gory though. I wouldn't consider this game a horror, more like a tragic. It's like a stage play type of thing, and you have these 4 characters. You have to place them differently or make them act differently, and depending on like the chain of reactions, things will end differently. Obviously the ending will be different, but they're all bad endings unless you figure out a way to make a good ending. It's also like kind of queer, so that's why I also love it. Which, did I mention that Exocolonist, you can also be queer AF? Like, all these games except Slay the Princess are like, or they can be. I mean, I guess you could play it straightly straight, but what's the fun in that? I'll just say, this is my favorite character from Bat and Theater. You can play as a demon queen, like, that's all you need to get me. So out of these games, Bat and Theater is actually the only game not to be on sale, but it's only $11. Like, all these prices are Canadian, by the way, guys. So I think I have like more people that watch me in the US, so probably cheaper than what I've been saying. Shorter, I think, than the other games too, so it's less of a time commitment. Slay the Princess, I think you can get in one afternoon, but you wouldn't 100% it. This game you can 100% in an afternoon or 2, honestly, but I think it's so worth it. So yeah, if you guys like these recommendations, then I hope you were able to get some gifts for yourself this holiday season. And so from this, you have any games you would recommend me to play or want me to talk about more in depth about, then let me know, because I love video games. I haven't made that many videos about games, just like about The Sims, because like The Sims annoys me, and like I won't even get started. I don't even play The Sims anymore like that. Like, if anything, I play The Sims Medieval because that is the best Sims games in a while. But other than that, I'm like very, very soured on like the franchise, on EA itself. I mean, no one likes EA for years, but like they really have run the Sims franchise into the ground, in my opinion. Like, I'm not even looking forward to like The Sims 5. This whole like online mode thing, like no, I don't want to play The Sims online. Like, I'm sorry, I want to be like a crazy overlord that like controls these people, and I don't want anyone else messing with my freaking people. Like, is that bad? I had a lot of love for The Sims. I started playing that franchise when I was like 11 years old. It was literally a disc into my laptop. Like, that's how long ago it was. They don't do that anymore. It's like, I do miss those days. And it had late night, it had luxury stuff, and it had the base game. I think it might have had something else, but it was like this pack with 3 things. And it was like, whoa, whoa. And Late Night has vampires, so that's why I was like super excited, because I was super obsessed with vampires always growing up. I did create Edward Cullen in The Sims. I won't lie about it to you guys. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry, actually. But yeah, I hope you're having a fantabulous morning, afternoon, or night, and that you had really good holidays if you celebrated any of them. And if you don't, I still hope you had a good time and maybe some time off from work or school, whatever you do. If you liked the video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell to stay updated with all my videos, because I will be posting again, because I missed you guys so much and I love doing this. And I love you guys so much. Mwah!
She's a Mona Lisa.